Too many matches, not enough time. Too many games, and not enough time. Champion, why is it like that? Do the World Cup organizers know we have rent to pay?
They don't know. Man.
Do they know we got bills?
Next World Cup, they are even adding more teams.
Damn, do they know we got shit to do? Man. It's crazy. But yo, yesterday we saw I'm hyped right now because I've been drinking some German tears. I've been drinking some Belgium tears. The show is the Football Power Hour. You're rocking with me, Busona Papi. Yo, can you not play your videos? We're trying to do a show here. Matter of fact, come here and preview Ghana. Come sit down.
I want to show you the mood in the camp right
now.
This is the mood in the camp right now. This is the mood in the camp right now. That's the mood in the camp. That's the mood in the camp right now. That's the mood.
Okay.
That's the preview.
High energy. So real quick. Talk about the lineup real quick. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about look at this? Like we've got Seydou and Rahman as the fullbacks.
I think I mean from the Ghanaian perspective,
Yeah, let me move the mic closer so that because we didn't do a sound check because there's too many games and not enough time. But there you go.
From the Ghanaian perspective, I think I'm happy with the lineup.
Okay.
I would have probably just preferred a different left fullback. I think I would have kept Gideon Mensah from the last game. The left fullback we used against South Korea.
Okay. What does he have that
I think
Rahman doesn't have?
I think he's stronger defensively. He's more athletic than Rahman, and I also think I think when it comes to like being composed on the ball, they are kind of comparable. Where Rahman, I would put Rahman ahead is his crossing ability.
Okay.
He's a threat.
Okay.
If you give him the space to cross, he's a threat. So I think maybe the coach is maybe trying to go for it because Alidu Seydou, the right fullback, is more defensively solid. He might be the more conservative one, and then I think Rahman will be more of an attacking.
Okay. So where do you think the goals are going to come from this time around? Kudu's last time, right?
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. I think Iñaki has a goal in this game.
Okay.
I think Iñaki is going to score a World Cup goal. And I think it's probably going to happen in this game. You already know that Kudus is always a threat. Andre Ayew, some people sometimes talk about him like he shouldn't be in the team. But on the big stage, even when he's not playing well, he's inspirational and he just, he makes things happen. Then I think also Jordan Ayew
gets that shout out. Yes.
In the last game he was very, very solid. The one revelation for me in this whole Ghana team has been number 21, the central midfielder Salis Abdul-Samed.
Yeah,
he's been very, very good for me.
Yeah, he makes a very good partner with Thomas Partey.
They
break down the play, diffuse any danger.
And he's really composed on the ball. Yeah. He's defensively solid, and he's composed on the ball too. He has a very good partnership with Partey.
Okay, let's talk about the other side real quick. Is there anybody you're worried about? Luis Suarez is starting.
Darwin Núñez.
The Darwin Noodles is starting. You worried about Darwin?
I'm worried about Darwin Núñez, especially because it's just for his pace, and his just how athletically dangerous he is.
Okay,
I think we've got a handle on Suarez. Okay. If Suarez scores a goal, it will be because the other players would have have worked it for him.
Gotcha.
Not like the Suarez of old who could just do things by himself. But they have a really good midfield. That midfield battle is going to be very interesting because Valverde and Bentancur. Partey has already played with Bentancur, so they know Arsenal beat Tottenham, and Partey was central to that.
Yeah.
But he knows, he's played with Bentancur, against him at least.
Okay.
He knows a little bit about him.
Something about that real quick. Like I was about to say, Inaki Williams is definitely going to score, but I feel like a goal is going to come from Thomas Partey. I know he hasn't gotten that like the three outside the box shots that he hit for Arsenal just a few weeks ago. He hasn't done that for Ghana yet, so it's time. It's time for Partey to shine. Okay.
No, people are saying it though. Even Ghanaians are asking.
Yeah,
like, they're like, "Yo, when are you gonna step up?"
He was saving the goals for Uruguay. So all right, real quick about that. So what's the your score prediction?
Ghana concedes goals. That's our thing.
Okay.
So far in this World Cup, we've conceded 5 goals. So I fear we might concede again. But I do think we're going to win. So I will go for a 2-1 win.
2-1 win?
Yeah.
Any sending off or no sending off?
I don't think there'll be a sending off.
Okay.
I hope.
I think there'll be 2 sending offs and 5 yellow cards.
I think Kudus might get a yellow card.
Yeah.
Just because he plays on the edge. He's good. I think he might get a yellow card, and that's my fear because I don't know what the rules are. If he picks, that would be a second yellow card for him, and he might miss the next round if we qualify. So I don't know, but like from up front, he plays on the edge. He's very aggressive. He has his all-round game is good. So sometimes defensively too, he's aggressive.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see how it rolls out. But I think there'll definitely be a sending off, and we have to watch out for Pellistri because Pellistri is. It's like a little bit of a weird thing where, I'm like, Man United, a boy, but also like I want Ghana to win.
Though. I just hope they don't give him like that guy can shoot.
Yeah. Valverde
he can hit the ball.
He's a threat. He's a threat. Big up to you, Nate. As long as Suarez doesn't bite anyone, he's not dangerous. We're coming for revenge. This is gonna be the revenge along thing. So Suarez knows, he's gonna be he's gonna be in trouble. So as long as he doesn't bite anyone, though, I agree with you, Nick. So the other thing, real quick, that I wanted to talk about real quick is the games yesterday. Did you see the musical chairs that was going on yesterday, Nick? Did you see the Group E merry-go-round going on? Let me show you real quick this thing real quick. Everybody knows that the streets were so happy when Spain and Germany were knocked out. Those 3 minutes, the world united. There were some forces where everybody, the streets were like, oh. And I only wish it stayed like that, because that was just one of those moments where it's just like, this game is so beautiful, so unpredictable, so dynamic. And we have to say, for me, I felt like I watched an action film where the villain and the hero have a little shoot off, and then they shoot each other and both and both die, but they both survive, and then just move to a remote village and nobody ever hears about them again. It was just so anticlimactic. My perspective was I was watching the Germany versus Costa Rica game, and watching it from that perspective was just so anytime the permutations and combinations of how that table could have panned out was just so incredible. I don't know, it's like the group stages are just like group stages, but they're so interesting when things like this happen, but also it can be confusing. Also, we have to give a big shout out to the homie, Hajime Moriyasu. Nobody's talking about you. We're gonna give you the flowers you need. This guy is out here toppling down the big dogs, toppling down Spain, toppling down Germany. This is the moment that I wanted to just say we felt something in the air, and football gave us a feeling that a lot of people in the world didn't. I don't know how to explain it, but Nick, you might know what I'm talking about, you know. And the last thing that I wanted to say is like, look at the merry-go-round. Look at this. Spain started on top, Japan on second, and then Costa Rica, and then Germany. And then just before the 15th minute mark, that's how they shuffled out. It was Spain and Germany. We're like, oh, word. Okay, there's an expected usual suspect situation. And then next thing you know, oh, this was the golden moment right here. And big shout out to for just the game for just giving us that, you know. So from my perspective, it ended like, oh, Germany wins, and then what does this mean? And then it's like you're watching a porn flick and none of the actors came. Nobody in the set fit, you know, not even yourself behind the, you know, screen. You know, it was just so anticlimactic because like Germany had the 4 goals and ended, you know, it ended 4-2, but it was just the permutations and combinations of football can be so nice. But Nid says, I started just watching the Germany game, but eventually needed to break out a second screen with the other game. And so just to keep track of everything, right? It was just so unpredictable. And the best part is today, the games today is like the same thing again. Every team in the group has a chance of qualifying, and it's going to be one of those things where we know obviously that what's the team again, not Ghana, Portugal has qualified, right? And they'll be guaranteed the top of the group with a win against South Korea, or if Ghana does not beat Uruguay, most likely Portugal will remain on top, right? But if Portugal loses and Ghana wins, the group winner will be decided on goal difference and fair play and so forth, like if the goal difference is the same. But from Ghana's perspective, if you win, you get in, Ghana. Come on, my Wakanda brothers. I feel an energy. That Ghana might just do something. So it would also, another condition or combination that could happen is if Ghana can qualify with a tie unless South Korea beats Portugal and wins a second place tiebreaker. So South Korea would need to beat Portugal by 2 or more goals for this to happen, and Ghana cannot qualify if they lose. That's just straight up. That's why I feel like a red card is coming right now. And then from Uruguay's side, right now I think they're at the bottom of the group and they qualify with a win against Ghana, and they take the runner-up spot if South Korea loses or draws. So, and South Korea is eliminated if Ghana beats Uruguay. That's just Ghana takes that second spot. So it's another one of those where this can happen, this could happen, and this could happen, and we might just see another musical chairs again on Group H. But Group E was the group of death for me because I died like you, Nit. I died when I was watching that. The main thing also that I want to just say is just like from the game that I was watching, right, the Germany game, it was the first time there was an all-woman referee officiating team in the World Cup. We're making progress. We're making steps. My goodness, it was so exciting because just want to say bravo, FIFA, Qatar, whatever, Costa Rica or Germany, whoever's responsible for that move. Power moves, progress moves. Because matter of fact, let's shout out I think her name is Stephanie Frappart, if I pronounce the name right, and the assistants Nusa Beck from Brazil and Karen Diaz from Mexico. You saw how she was like doing the waving the flag. She did business. That was so beautiful to watch. Also, big shout out to Rwanda's Salima Mukasanga and Japan's Yoshimi Yamashita and Diaz and Catherine Nesbitt of the US. Just, hey, these are steps. We're making people can underestimate representation. The fact that those images of a woman officiating an all men's international most watched competition, that's steps right there. It's showing other girls out there that you can do it too if you want, and that cannot be underestimated. Ned says, I think Portugal really wants to win the group because whoever gets second in Group H has to play Brazil next. Nobody wants to play Brazil. Quick question: do you think Spain, people are like, oh, I kind of have to watch the Spain game. I didn't do like you, Nate, where I had a split screen, but I have to watch the Spain game and really figure out if they actually were like was sort of just knowing that the scores, because those guys have screens. The technical team definitely has screens, and you can only wonder how much, because people can also shout, "This is what's going on. This is the score." So I'm just curious if Spain just was sort of like match fixing. Also talking about match fixing, the reason actually the other title in this stream is the Disgrace of Gijón. It's something that I just learned recently, and I mean I heard the story, but then I really read about it again to really know the details. But it's so interesting because we're having this permutation combination situation, and it's based on one historic event that happened in basically old World Cup ago. I think Chile, Algeria, West Germany, and who's the other country? Austria, I believe. They were all in a group, and it was just one of those things where it was same thing, permutation this, combination this, if this happens. But the main thing was when West Germany and Algeria were playing, right? It came down to a game between the last game of the group stage, like we're having today, and yesterday, and West Germany would win by only 1 or 2 goals, and then if West Germany won by 1 or 2 goals, then Austria would advance. Actually, no, hold on. It's the other way around. so confusing to think about. But the main thing is West Germany sabotaged Algeria by scoring in the first 10 minutes or something like that, and then just passing the ball around. And everybody was just so infuriated and angry about that, because it was just like a passing exercise, and there was no competition in that game. And that was the time when FIFA was like, no more, and they actually even denied the match fixing for a while, until just recently that they were like, okay, all right, we need to play the last games of the group stage on the final, all at the same time, so that to avoid all these briberies and all these things. So that was a nice little tidbit that I was just like, I have to share this. But there's some other stuff that I want to talk about too, that we don't have enough time. The game is about to start. There is somebody, this Iranian, who's 27 years old, and he was basically may his soul rest in peace. He was shot for basically honking because the US and Iran won. We're so passionate about getting this game. We're going to be screaming right here when Ghana wins or scores, and it's just an expression, that a privilege that, you can forget that other people don't get to exercise and enjoy that privilege, or if they do, their lives are in danger. So I just want to shed some light to that story and say, may his soul rest in peace. He was from Iran, and he was supporting the fact that the US beat Iran. That's your choice. You can choose whoever you want to support. And it just sucks that there's some people that unfortunately take these things to another level, to way extreme levels. So, may he rest in peace, man. Yeah. And also, Pele, man. We're thinking about Pele. Pele is out there in hospital in a critical situation. So also, Pele, speedy recovery. We wish you a speedy recovery. Shout out to Walter. I cannot pronounce that. I'm not Shinasha. The only player in the Disgrace of Gijón who shot on goal in time. Yeah, Nick. Yeah. Shout out to Walter. Big up to you. Big up to your opportunity. This was just like a little preview, because we gotta get to the game. It's a derby. Yo, one more thing. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification sign. We might do a little watch along a little later. I just need to get some food in my system, and then we'll be back. Peace out.